beautiful sweet friends. How you doing? Today is me, Sharita Jones, checking back in with another video. Hey guys, it's time for another episode of It's Hard Out Here for a Temp. Sing it with me. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. Guys, I got another story for you from my series, It's Hard Out Here for a Temp. This one's called The Temp Who Solved the Case of the Missing Payroll, guys. Missing payroll. Dun, 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 dun. It started, guys, with a phone call from the staffing agency that I hadn't heard from in months. I haven't heard from them in like so long. And they called out of nowhere. We've got an urgent placement for you, the recruiter said. He said, it's at a manufacturing company. They need someone for payroll for a few weeks. Are you interested? This is what the recruiter said, guys. Payroll? I wasn't exactly an expert, but I was good at forensic accounting. And since they wanted me to come over to help with the missing payroll as a temp work is temp work. I said, sure. Why not? This is what I said to the recruiter. Why not? Let's do this, I said, let's do this. Guys, when I arrived, the office was tense. It was so tense in this office. The company's payroll manager had just quit abruptly, and the remaining team was struggling to process the payments for hundreds of employees. I mean, there was so many employees, and they were having a hard time getting this payroll out. Guys, it's never a good sign when someone quits abruptly, and this happened to be the payroll manager. She just quit. You'll be helping us catch up, said Monica, the head of HR. She handed me a stack of files, and then she gestured me to sit in this small desk, and it had piled paperwork all the way up to the top. She said, just review these and make sure everything matches the system. Easy enough, right? I did exactly what Monica told me to do. Exactly what she told me to do. So guys, I dove in, double checking time cards, verifying overtime hours, and I was reconciling payroll reports. It wasn't glamorous, guys, but it was straightforward enough. Or so I thought. Wink, wink. By the end of the first week, I started noticing discrepancies. Some employees' hours didn't match their paychecks. A few had missing payments entirely, while others seemed to be getting paid for hours they hadn't even worked. Wink, wink. When I brought it up to Monica, she frowned. That's odd, she said. It might just be a human error. Keep an eye out on it. She said, keep an eye on it. I did just that. The next week, the discrepancies got worse. Entire batches of payments were missing from the records. And a few employees had started complaining about not receiving their paychecks, guys. Employees were complaining about not receiving their paychecks. Monica was stressed. We can't afford mistakes right now, she said. This is what she was telling me, that she couldn't afford any kind of mistakes. She said, we've got a labor board audit coming up, and this needs to be perfect. They always say that. Well, what was you doing all this time before the labor board audit decided to come up, Monica? Her words were a warning. Monica said, whatever is happening, it couldn't be traced back to the company or to me. This is what Monica was saying. She didn't want nothing to be traced back to her or traced back to the company. I'll shrug my shoulders, trace back to you, trace back to the company. So this is what Monica was saying. So of course, you know, I'm gonna sit there and look suspicious, like, trace back to you? What? That's what I kept saying. What are you saying, Monica? Seriously. Doing my job, doing more forensics work, I decided to dig deeper. After hours, I stayed late to review the payroll logs and compare them against the bank statements. That's when I found something strange. There was a series of payments that was made to an account, but this account didn't match any of the employees that were on that roster that I was matching. I was like, this is a different account number. The amounts were small enough to go unnoticed, just a few $100s each time, but they added up. They sure did, they added up. The next morning, I brought my findings to Monica. She looked uneasy and she flipped through the documents that I was showing her. Monica said, this doesn't make sense, she said. This is what Monica was saying to me. She said, it must be a glitch in the system, but it didn't feel like a glitch to me. Someone had deliberately been altering the records, guys, based on my findings. I asked Monica, I said, should I investigate further? Monica hesitated, then she shook her head. She said, no, just focus on catching up on the payroll. Just focus on catching on the payroll and we'll deal with this later. This is how she said it. But all this money is missing and it's going into an account that's not matching the employees, Monica. I really wanted to let it go. I really did, guys. I really wanted to let it go. But as a temp, I've learned that if something goes wrong, the temp is often the first one blamed, guys. And they usually send you over to these assignments or ask a temp agency to send you over to an assignment during this time to put the blame all on you. It's always a setup. I wasn't about to let this mess land on me. No ma'am, no sir. I wasn't about to do that. So that evening I stayed late again. This time I pulled out all the old records, guys. The unauthorized payments, it started like months ago. It went all the way months ago. The unauthorized payments had started months ago and they were all going into the same account. Wink, 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 wink. Then I found something that made my stomach drop, guys. Oh, wee, honey. It made my stomach drop. Literally, that account was linked to an email address and that email address belonged to Monica. I was shocked, literally shocked, guys. I'm like, Monica? The next day, I didn't say a thing, guys. I didn't say anything. I wasn't sure what to do. I really wasn't sure what to do with the information I just discovered. Confronting my boss about a potential embezzlement, that wasn't easy. That wasn't something exactly easy to do. And that wasn't in my job description, okay? That was not in a temp's job description to be going up to Monica and telling her, you caught, you busted. That wasn't in my job description. But things came to a head when an employee stormed into the office, guys, furious about their missing paycheck. She came in upset. It was a lady. She came in upset about her money missing. Monica tried to calm her down, saying, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. But it was clear that the situation was spiraling out of control and it was spiraling fast. I knew I had to act, right? I knew I had to tell the truth about what I had discovered. This is why the temp agency sent me over there. The temp agency sent me over there to clean up the company's payroll department. This is why I was sent. I had no idea that it would include finding out Monica was committing fraud. I had no idea, no clue. And usually when they send you into these jobs, guys, you never know what you're going to walk into each time. So during lunch, I printed out the evidence that I had collected, guys, and I brought it to the company CFO. I knocked on the door. He said, come in. He said, who are you? He asked. I passed him the documents. He was frowning as I was passing him the documents, as he was skimming through the documents. He said, who are you? And he just kept frowning. Frowning, just frowning. I say, I'm the temp. I think there's something you need to see. Can you believe the CFO didn't even know who I was? The CFO didn't even know who I was. I had been working there for weeks, guys. And the CFO never introduced himself. He knew me, meaning he saw me there. But he never walked up to me once to introduce himself. But I know who he was from day one. I knew who the CFO was from day one. I always do whenever I come into these temp jobs. I always know who's in charge, who's running the show, and so forth and so on. They never do. I knew who he was from day one. But he never cared to get to know the hired help. Because that's how they treat you, guys. They treat you like the hired help. They never do. That's how they treat you. They treat you like the help, unfortunately. It's sad and it's heartbreaking. Guys, what followed next was a whirlwind. The CFO launched an internal investigation and Monica was placed on a leave within hours. A leave? On leave? Monica was placed on leave. Wink, 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 guys. She was placed on leave. Are you serious? As it turned out, she had been siphoning money into a personal account for months. And then she was altering the payroll records, guys, to cover her tracks. This is what Monica had been doing this whole time. Wink, wink. But they put her on leave. Now, I don't know if that was a paid leave or what, but they put her on leave. Go figure. The company thanked me for uncovering the scheme, but there was no grand celebration. By the end of the week, guys, my assignment was over. And I was packing up, guys, my things. I was packing up all my stuff to get up out of there. Ooh, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess. Walking out of that office, guys, I felt a mix of pride and exhaustion. That kind of work there can be so exhausting, especially when you discover that someone's committing fraud. Temps are often seen as invisible, expendable workers, guys. But sometimes we are the ones who hold everything together, guys. We are the ones who hold everything together, and we are the ones who uncover the truth. And the truth is out now. The truth is out, guys. I told the story. The truth is out. But it's hard out here for a temp. And every now and again, you get to be the hero, guys. So thank you so much for listening, guys. Keep me in your prayers. Keep me in your prayers. I'm still out here in these temp streets. So, guys, sing it with me. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard out here for a temp when you're trying to get this money for the rent. You know it's hard It's hard out here for a temp. It's hard out here for a temp. It's hard out here for a temp. Hey, it's hard out here for a temp. Clap, 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 clap. Hey, clap, 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 clap. Hey, hey, clap, 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 clap. Hey, clap, 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 clap. It's hard out here for a temp. It's hard out here for a temp. It's hard out here for a temp. Y'all love this song, and I dance to it all day, every day. Sing it with me. It's hard out here for a temp. Thank y'all so much for liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing. I love y'all lots. I appreciate y'all lots. Thank you so much, guys. Have an amazing day, guys. It's hard out here for a temp. See y'all in the next episode. Bye for now, friends.